You see, me, I am not using the word, quadratic equation. Don't think I've done some mistake. I am not saying equation, alright? I am not saying equation. I am using expression. What is the difference between equation and expression? I'll explain it to you. Let us say I have got y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Alright? Y equal to ax square plus bx plus c. Now this expression, this statement or this relationship between x and y, okay, assumes different values for different possible values of x. For example, suppose I put x equal to 1, then what is your y? Y is a plus b plus c. If I put x equal to 2, I get basically 4a plus 2b plus c. All right, I have got this equation. I've got this value. I've got this value. So they are possible different values of y for different values of x. I will report it as f. I will write it as, you can say that f1 comma 1 comma f1. You can say it as 1 comma, see, this point can be written as when x equal to 1, y value is f1, means value of the function at 1. Similarly, when I say x equal to 2, I get f2. Clear? So if I plot, imagine all these x1 and x2, I may get some curve. Okay, I can get some curve. Let's say I'm getting this curve. Okay, now here at x equal to 1, the value comes as f1. So this is the point 1 comma f1. Clear? Similarly, at the point 2, I get 2 comma f2. Okay, at the point 3, I get 3 comma f3, and so on and so forth. Similarly, on the left, I get minus 1 comma f minus 1. Okay, and you get minus 2 comma f minus 2, and at any other points of x, you get similar values of the expression. So basically, what is an expression? See, the collection of all these possible values, all these possible values, all these values which I am talking, these all values, clear, all these values which I am talking, all these values together, they comprise the expression, whereas the equation will be at any two values. If I am saying ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, then it means those values of x for which this is equal to 0. Okay, let us say those are alpha and beta, means the root. Clear? Then equation holds valid at alpha as well as at beta, no other points. Equation is valid, your equation has got roots alpha and beta, that's all. Equation has got no other meaning at any other point. Whereas the expression is the collection of all possible values. In that, you see, in the expression there is no restriction on y can be anything, but here there is a restriction on y, that means y should be 0. So basically the equation talks about only at 2 or 3 or as many as there are number of roots of the equation, whereas the expression can possibly have infinite number of points where you consider its value. So I am saying graph of quadratic expression, not equation. Okay, quadratic expression. Let us try to find the graph of quadratic expression. You will see it's a really wonderful topic. Let us say I'm making an assumption. Okay, I'm making an assumption. Let us say that a quadratic expression y equal to ax square plus bx plus c has two roots for y equal to 0. Means what does that mean? Let's say they are alpha and beta. What does that mean? It means that this expression becomes 0 at alpha and beta. Okay, this expression becomes 0, this expression ax square plus bx plus this expression becomes 0 at alpha and beta. Okay, let us say that those 2 points alpha and beta, one be this and one be this. Okay, alright, let me remove this line over here, because we don't know whether they are greater than, whether they are greater than 0 or less than 0 or whatever. We got no idea. Okay, we have no idea for that. Now I am also assuming one more assumption. I'll explain to you why I am doing that. I will explain it to you later. Let us say a is greater than 0. Just assume a is greater than 0. Now see, ax square plus bx plus c, look at this very carefully. Actually this is equal to a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. For those of you who don't understand it, let me give me a second, I'll explain. You know, sum of the root of the equation is what? Alpha plus beta is minus b by a, you know this. And product of the root alpha beta, you know what is that? That is c by a. So if you simplify this, you see what you get. You get a into, just simplify this. This is x square minus alpha plus beta into x, alright, and plus alpha beta. Check this out. This point is nothing over here. Okay, that's not a point, don't get confused. This is alpha beta. Okay, now what is alpha plus beta? Minus b by. So substitute over here. If you substitute, you see you get the same equation. And if you substitute, you see you get x square, and alpha plus beta is minus b by a. So you get basically, see, you get plus b by a into x plus this is c by a. And you see, if you have to multiply this with a, then what do you get? Actually get, you get ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, we get the same expression. So this equation and this is the one and the same. So I can always write my equation ax square plus bx plus c as a into x minus alpha into x minus beta, where alpha and beta are the roots of this equation. Clear? Now let us come down to this graph. I'm going to possibly try to draw the graph and you see how it will come. Let us say, why do we can take it from the paint. Alright, so I'm going to draw a line over here. Let's say this is my line, this is my x-axis. Alright, this is my x-axis over here, and in this x-axis this is my point alpha and this is my point beta. I have assumed a is greater than 0. Now see, also let us assume that beta is greater than alpha. You see, some will be greater, na? एक तो greater होगा ही ना, one of them will be greater, no? Both cannot be greater than each other. Mummy, one will be greater than the other. So let's say that is the greater root beta. Now see, now look at these x's, these possible x. What are these x's? This x is greater than beta, means x is greater than the greater root. Now see, look at the term x minus beta. Let's look at x minus beta. What do you think about x minus beta? X minus beta, this value is positive or negative? See, if x is greater than beta, then x minus beta is greater than 0, clearly. And because beta is greater than alpha, so x minus alpha will also be greater than 0. आप देखिए, you see, when I'm talking about these x's, when I'm talking about this x's, I'll give you some examples so that it's more clear to you. Let's say I'm talking about 1 and 2, and I'm taking some point over here x equal to 4. Then for x equal to 4, the equation will come out as a into 4 minus 1 into 4 minus 2. You see, both of them are positive, na? This is 4 minus 2 and this is 4 minus 1. So for the x's which are greater than 2, for all those x's, x minus 2 is greater than 0 and x minus 1 is also greater than 0. So we have got the term that x minus alpha. You see, now let us look at this expression. What is our expression? Our expression is ax square plus bx plus c. Look at this expression. This expression I proved that it is equal to a into x minus beta. What is x minus beta? Positive number. What is x minus alpha? Positive number. And I have also assumed a is positive. So that means this whole expression is what? Whole expression is, this whole expression is positive. Alright. So for all x greater than beta, the expression is positive. You see, here all expression is positive. At beta, clearly expression is 0, because when you put beta, this becomes 0. Are you understanding? When it is, when x is greater than beta, x minus beta is positive, x minus alpha is positive, a is positive. The expression is positive. When x is beta, this is 0, this is something positive, this is something positive. So it is 0 into positive into positive. So that is 0. Are you understanding? Let's now take some other values of x. I'm going to take the values of x which are lesser than alpha. Now see, I'm going to take the values of x which are lesser than alpha. You see what will come. Let us try to find. Values of x which are lesser than alpha. The values of x which are lesser than alpha, for which the first term, we will look at the first term, means a and x minus alpha and x minus beta. Alright, let's take that. So our expression is a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Clear? This is an expression. This expression is the quadratic expression. I am taking it fx. Now let us take the cases where x is less than alpha. If x is less than alpha, let us try to find this equation. You see, x minus alpha, we will find out this, whether it is positive or negative. We know x is less than alpha, so x minus alpha is less than 0. If x is equal to alpha, x minus alpha is 0. So at alpha, the value of the expression is 0. And for x less than alpha, the value of the expression is x minus alpha less than 0. And let us look at x minus beta. You see, x minus beta, that also will be less than 0. Why? Because I know beta is greater than alpha. If beta is greater than alpha, so x minus alpha is less than 0, so x minus beta is also less than 0. So what does our expression become? It is a negative quantity into a negative quantity into a positive quantity. So again for x less than alpha, what happens? You see, again for x less than alpha, you see the expression is positive. Understand? The expression is positive. Let us now look at between alpha and beta. Clear? Let us now look at, we're going to see between alpha and beta. Let's look at between alpha and beta. If it is between alpha and beta, then my expression is basically a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. Now I am talking about these x's now. Okay, these x's. For these x's, what is x minus beta? These x's are basically between alpha and beta. They are lesser than beta and greater than alpha. So for this, x minus alpha is greater than 0 and x minus beta, look at x minus beta. X minus beta value is less than 0. So now what is the expression? This expression, the expression of fx, that is a into x minus alpha into x minus beta. That expression, you see, it is a positive quantity into x minus alpha positive quantity, x minus beta negative quantity. Clear? So the product of all these three is negative. Clear? So you see that in between alpha and beta, the graph is negative. Beyond beta, the graph is positive. Before alpha, the graph is positive. Okay, this is for which condition? I'll tell you. This is for the condition a is greater than 0, and see one more, delta is greater than 0. Some of you may not know what is the meaning of delta greater than 0. Delta greater than 0 is simply saying there are two roots. If there are two roots alpha and beta, na, what does it mean? It means it has positive discriminant. Okay. Acha, what will happen if a was less than 0? This is the graph for a greater than 0. What will be the case if a is less than 0? It will simply invert, that's all. It will invert like this. This is alpha, this is beta. You see, if a is less than 0 and delta is greater than 0, then when it was positive it is going to become negative, when it was negative it will become positive, when it was positive it will become negative. You see over here, what will be the case here? If a is negative, then this is the case of positive plus positive into negative. This is the case of negative into positive. This is, I'll write, both the values will be positive, but a is negative. So total function negative. Now between alpha beta, a is negative, x minus alpha is positive, and x minus beta is negative. So we get negative into positive with negative, which is positive. And over here, I have a negative into x minus alpha negative into x minus beta negative. So product of three negative quantities negative. You understand? This is the case of a less than 0. This is the case of a greater than 0. Understand? If a is 0, we really can't draw the figure. Because, agar a is 0, if your a only is 0, then it is not even a quadratic equation. It's not a quadratic. So technically in a quadratic equation, a value has to be non-zero. Okay. So we have drawn the graph of a quadratic expression. I'm going to redraw it so that all of you understand. Clear? I'm going to draw for a greater than 0 and delta greater than 0. A greater than 0, delta greater than 0. This is the graph. This is alpha. This is beta. A greater than 0, a greater than 0 and delta greater than 0. A less than 0, delta greater than 0. This is the graph. Now what happens if delta is 0? Delta is 0. See, if delta is 0, this alpha and beta will become 1. Alright, so the case, I'm going to draw the case a is greater than 0 and delta is equal to 0. You see, then this curve will reduce to this curve. Basically, delta equal to 0 means what? It means both the roots same. So it becomes a into x minus alpha into again x minus alpha. And what is that? That is a into x minus alpha whole square. Now what is a? A is positive. What is x minus alpha square? This is always positive, na? Square of a number, square of any number is what? Always positive. So this quantity becomes what, beta? This quantity is always positive. It can become 0 when x is alpha. So you see the graph of this expression, becomes like this. Okay, this is always positive graph. This graph never becomes 0. Clear? Similarly, now what happens if a is less than 0 and delta equal to 0? I hope you can draw it. A is less than 0 and delta is equal to 0. You see, such graph will be like this, just inverted, like this one. This graph shrinks down and alpha beta unites at this point. This is the point alpha. And you understand? I'll give an example of this. It's like, let us say, minus x square minus x minus 1. Okay, if y equal to this, if this is the function, when this is the function and you draw it, you will see it will be vertically downward. And for here we can take this function, y is equal to x square plus x plus 1. There is a difference between y equal to, don't say that, sir, I can just take this minus over here. This is not equation, this is expression. So this expression is always negative. It never ever becomes positive. And this expression is always positive. It never ever becomes negative. This expression, when a is greater than 0, a is less than 0, delta is greater than 0, it is positive for some, negative for some. Similarly, this is also positive for some, negative for some. So if we give you a new expression, can you find out when is it positive and when it is negative? Let's try to find that. Let's say we have got I'm going to arbitrarily take equation 3x square let's not take it negative, 3x square minus, let's take like this, 4x plus 6. Okay, I am talking about this expression. Let us find the signs of this expression. We'll try to draw the graph. First thing, try to understand a. What do you think about a? You see a is here 3. So don't you think a is equal to 3, which is greater than 0? First condition is done. Let's look at the second condition of the delta. Let's check delta. Delta is b square minus 4 into 3 into 6. You see delta is negative, so that is 16 minus, we don't need to actually calculate, we know it is negative. So delta is less than 0, a is greater than 0. So what will be the graph of this? Oh, we have not done delta less than 0. Let us take positive deltas first of all. We have still not done negative deltas. Let's take positive delta. We're going to come to negative deltas. So let us take it minus. Okay. So now delta will be positive. So we get b square, which is minus 4 square 16 minus 4 into a3 into c. Let this c be negative. Okay. So now what happens? This is clearly for me positive now. Right? So your delta value, you see, your delta value is greater than 0. We'll come to negative deltas also. First of all, let us do positive deltas. So delta, you see, is greater than 0. So for this expression, we have got a is greater than 0 and delta value is greater than 0. It's not equal to 0. Delta is greater than 0. So we know the graph of this expression will be what, beta? Like this. Okay. And what is this point? What are these 2 points? These 2 points are the roots. Let's find out the roots of this. What are the roots of this? Minus b. So minus b is 4. Okay. Minus b is plus 4. Plus minus under root b square 16 minus 4 ac. So it will be 16 minus 4 into 3 into minus 6. Clear? Eh? So this all becomes what? Upon 2a. 2a value is 6. So this becomes as 4 plus minus under root. Let's calculate this. So this 12 3s are this 4 3s are 12 and 6 72. So 16 plus 72 divided by 6. ठीक है ना? कितना हो गया? 4 plus minus this is 72 plus 6 78 and 10 88 upon 6. So it is 4 plus minus. So one is root is 4 minus under root 88 by 6. Another root is 4 plus under root 88 by 6. So clearly this is a negative root. You see this is negative, huh? Minus under root 88 is much greater than 4. So I get this root as 4 minus root 88 by 6. And this root comes as 4 plus under root 88 upon 6. Clear? So this expression will be drawn like this. Okay? This expression will be drawn like this. For these cases, these x's, it is greater than 0. For these x's, it is less than 0. Sorry, for these x's, it's greater than 0. These x's also greater than 0. In between these two. Alright. In between these two, it is negative. Okay. So we're going to do more of this quadratic equation. I hope you have understood a little bit. This is all new topics. Okay, they are all new, fresh. You have not studied this in 11th class. Those of you who have not submitted your assignment, please submit it. Okay, we'll deal with problems, your problems tomorrow. In case for me you have any problems, please post in WhatsApp. Okay, post your doubts in WhatsApp. Okay, thank you very much.